Yeah, watching and listening, right?
I was going to say, for those of you who are watching live, hello. For those of you listening, hello.
Hello.
Welcome. We're going to get real close to the microphone for you guys. If you're falling asleep to our voices, you've chosen the right thing to listen to.
You'll get excited if you actually see us.
I was going to say.
So,
but man, I think today's going to be a good one.
It's going to be a good one.
Yeah. I think I say that every week, but I've got a very good feeling about this one.
Well, we look forward to every Tuesday hanging out.
It's nice. Sort of
getting
relaxing.
to talk and shoot the shit.
Offer some style advice to the good people of the internet and talk about everything about styling, grooming, fashion, and everything in between.
Everything in between.
Yeah.
If you're just tuning in for the first time, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for subscribing to the Beardbrand YouTube channel. This is the Alliance Show.
It sure is.
And you can catch this show after the fact by way of podcast.
Yes, sir.
On iTunes, Spotify, SoundCloud, wherever you source your lovely podcasts.
Wherever you get them, we're there.
And hey, man, if you've been watching for a while, or you are just you've been watching maybe for a week, 2 weeks, or a month, or whatever, grab a friend, invite them. We do this every Tuesday on the Beardbrand YouTube channel, which is a live stream. But then again, you can, if you don't have a chance to watch it live, you can watch it after the fact. But then you can also, again, listen to it in audio form. So.
And there are some people that prefer just vocal.
Yeah. Just
only the audio.
Listening to the sickness of our voice.
Sultry sounds of Beardbrand.
All right. What the hell are we doing?
We got a weird intro today, man. I tell you, we got some fun stuff on our way. But before we do that, why don't we show the good people who are watching who's producing this thing?
Hey.
Why don't you flip that camera
What's
around
up,
real
Randa?
quick?
Hello. No technical difficulties this time.
Hey. Don't jinx it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, look, my name. You can see my name today. Oh, that's awesome.
Hey.
Go give us a follow, guys. Those are our Instagram handles on the screen. But anyway, so, man, I've got this itch. Let me tell you. I've got this itch, and I can't scratch it until we get into some style consultations, man. I got to give some people some style advice. You know what I mean? Like, I got to tell some people in my plastic shorts that I'm wearing right now, I got to tell people how they should be dressing, how they should be grooming their beards. My beard looks kind of gnarly today. I need to tell them about their hair. I need to tell them about everything.
I was going to tell you, your beard on camera is actually looking pretty nice.
It's okay. It's cooperating today.
I like it.
It's like the buzz cut of a beard right now. It's in that cooperative stage right now.
Nice.
But yeah, man, why don't we just jump right into some style consultations,
Cool.
Give some people some advice. You want to pop up the first one, Randa? And we'll get going on this. There he is.
Woo!
Who's this?
Look at that guy.
Alrighty. So this is Shafer.
Handsome man.
Shafer writes, "Hello, my name is Shafer from Israel. I'm 37 years old. I've been growing my beard since the 4th of November. My beard grows pretty fast because I take folic acid and vitamin B12 at the same time. My goal is to grow it more and shape it with style."
Okay.
All right.
Sylvester, you want to describe our buddy here?
Yeah.
Beautiful audio listeners.
So Shafer is, again, 37-year-old Israeli.
Strapping young man of 37 years old.
So as you could imagine, he's got pretty dark hair and olive skin, kind of tan skin.
Yeah, tannish olive.
I mean, it looks like he's like, I get sunburn like right away, but then after the initial sunburn, I get like really nice.
You get that nice tan.
Get that nice glow. He's like, it looks like he was just born with that nice glow, man. It's just got like
He's got that glow going on.
He's got that glow going on. And what's really cool about Shafer is he's got this like dark brown hair, almost black, but I'm gonna go with dark brown. Yeah. But his beard in the sun looks red.
It does. It's
looks
like
red.
straight up ginger.
It looks like a ginger beard, but it's not. It may just be the way the sun's hitting it.
It might be.
But I don't know. But for our audio listeners, he does have a pretty nice tint to his beard, which is natural. I'm assuming. Red, and he's been growing out that beard since November, so that's what, about 6 months,
about 5 months,
about 5 or 6 months. So it's exactly what you would imagine for a 5 to 6 month beard. It's pretty nice. There's not one single patch, at all in this beard. Nice cheek line. It seems to be getting cleaned up, or it might just be his natural cheek line. And then his neckline is, we can't see the neckline in this photo, but it does look like it is being maintained pretty well.
Yeah, this is a nice beard, man. I
And
do like this.
I don't know if this is it's got that wave to it. I don't think it does. I don't think it's quite gotten to the point where it gets into that S curl, right?
No, not yet.
But it's not straight either. It's just a nice full beard.
Yeah, man.
And then my friend here, Shafer, has some Wayfarer style glasses on. They're not
cool
Ray-Bans though, but they are the Wayfarer style, and they're made out of wood. I would assume they're made out of wood.
They look nice.
And then the glass color on the tint on the glasses is red. But then my friend here is wearing a nice solid black T-shirt with a nice black leather coat. Which is kind of like the motorcycle style leather coat.
Yeah, very Carlos Costa inspired.
Yeah, very cool. And he's listening, let's say he's listening to maybe Coldplay because he's got some earphones in.
He does.
Or maybe U2, I
was hoping that he'd be listening to us.
Or he might be listening to the Alliance Show podcast.
Let's say that he's listening to us. It's just more fun.
Yeah, man. And man, I don't know if he is in, this photo is of him in Israel, but he is in the city.
He
for
is.
sure. He is in a city. And yeah. That's
sweet.
Shafer in a nutshell.
All right, man. Now let's take them on with this style consultation. So I got a couple notes here on what I would recommend for our buddy here. So one of the biggest things I want to touch on, first of all, is the fact that our guy here, he takes 3 different things. Actually 4, if you want to count them all. So he takes folic acid, he takes B12 vitamins, fish oil, and finally, a little biotin. Now, I was looking at these when he first sent them in, and I was thinking like, wow, this all sounds pretty familiar. And these are actually the 4 things that I used to take when I was first starting to grow out my beard. I'm talking like 16, 17, 18 years old, like teenager Jack. And from what I found is, at least in my own opinion, I think if you're eating the right things, if you're maintaining the right diet, if you're choosing your foods in a way that's reflecting like a healthy lifestyle, I don't necessarily think you need to immediately reach for the vitamins because you're naturally getting them in there. Now, of course, they're vitamins. You're not going to overdose in vitamins. It's not going to ruin you. The worst you're going to do is you're going to pee them out or nothing's going to happen. No, seriously. I mean, that's the worst that's going to happen is you're just going to pee more or something like that. Bro science. But, yeah, man, no. So my biggest thing is I would keep the biotin, maybe the B12, but the folic acid and the fish oil, I don't necessarily think you need that for the beard. Now, if he wants to take that for his heart, that's completely fine and get those. But I would urge him to try and find the right foods that are going to give him this kind of stuff. So plenty of protein. If he's not eating meat, okay, there's some things that you can substitute for meat, but I'm talking like red meats, dark leafy greens, nuts, things like that. These are the things that are going to lead to a healthy beard, right?
Yeah.
And we say this all the time, man.
Yeah. Can I piggyback off something
Absolutely,
you just
man.
said?
Go for it.
Taking like biotin and vitamins is absolutely good.
Oh, absolutely, man.
I think you should get your daily vitamins, and you can take biotin in the pill form. I used to do that as well, but I find that you find the best results when you're working out regularly.
Exactly.
When you are eating a pretty healthy diet, and then you're combining those things with taking vitamins.
Exactly.
You're going to see the maximum amount of results. Some guys just shove vitamins down their throat.
And that's what I was doing.
They have a really unhealthy diet. They have little to no workout regimen. But yeah, if you're going to be taking vitamins, I would encourage you to do that in combination with a healthy diet and a healthy exercise routine.
Right. Use it as a booster, not as the crutch.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
So that's all good. And man, what's funny is one of the people that we were talking about that looks just like our guy right here is our own Jeff Bonchristian. Can we grab a picture of Jeff real quick? Mr. Bon. Yeah. So if you have never seen Jeff Bonchristian, I'd really recommend looking him up. He's a handsome guy, but he's actually got a beard really, really similar to Shafer.
Yeah.
The only difference is the color. I mean, Jeff's got a brown beard, Shafer has a red beard.
Yep.
But in terms of the shape and the size, it's pretty similar. And if our guy Shafer was gonna do anything, I'd take inspiration from Jeff.
Yeah, I think Jeff is a stud. He's got really good style, really good beard, and I don't know if Jeff has a receding hairline. Help me out here, Jack.
Well, technically, yes.
Okay.
Jeff and Shafer do have receding hairlines.
Okay.
But they are blessed in the way that they've got handsome receding hairlines.
Yeah,
the way
it's
that
a handsome way.
It actually looks pretty damn cool. It's a mature, kind of seasoned look.
Yeah. So Shafer, if your goal is to give it a little more shape, like your beard, I would encourage you to work a couple of products into your routine.
Yep.
Specifically, one tool that I know Jeff uses is a blow dryer.
Blow dryer, absolutely.
And he also uses a round brush.
He does.
And so if you want to give your beard some shape, which I totally would recommend if you're not already doing with your beard now, you probably could get a little bit more maximum results if you started to work a blow dryer into your routine.
Yeah.
You know, you get some water into your beard and into your hair, you towel dry it, and then you use some of the magic potion that we call sea salt spray.
Oh, there it is.
Hey.
I hope that was really loud.
You get some sea salt spray, and you work that into your head hair, you work that into your beard, and then you use the blow dryer, and you kind of style your beard and you style your hair. Jeff, I believe, is using a blow dryer to kind of get some of that hair texture, that volume in there,
right?
Along with maybe some sea salt spray.
Up in his hair,
That's what I would recommend for Shafer as well. Is simply because the thing with the receding hairline is you don't want the attention to be drawn to your hairline. You want it to be drawn to your beard. So for me, I don't know if Shafer needs to maybe get a little bit of a trim, kind of remove some of the density from the back.
Right.
That might be his hat if he's
It
full on Jewish. But yeah, I would have a barber kind of remove some of the density from that, and then use those tools to kind of shape.
That way, it brings more attention to the beard, like you were saying, right? I dig it, man.
Yeah.
But I like this beard.
It's
really
a good
like
beard,
this.
man.
It's
a good style, too.
It's a really good beard.
Both of these glasses, actually. So we got another photo, but it's in
can we
black
see
and
that
white.
black and white picture? Yeah, I like that one.
Both of these glasses, I think, complement him very well.
Cool.
I'm not a big fan of the wood frame glass.
Okay.
Personally, it's not my style.
Not a surfer, Sylvester?
No, no. I mean, I like surfers, and I like to be by the water, but I would not go for the wood frame.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Would you go more for like what he's got here, this like old school?
Yeah,
kind
I would
of
go
Italian
for
racing
exactly. Go for this big frame, solid frame, like you mentioned, kind of like really like 70s style.
I was gonna say like right out of the Formula One racers.
Yeah, it's really sick, man. And again, even in this photo, the beard looks really rad. I'd follow the blow dryer routine if you haven't worked that in yet.
Absolutely, man. All right. Anything else? Or should we gong our first
that's all
guy?
I got for him, man.
You want to gong him?
I'll gong
You want
him.
to do the pleasures? There it is.
Boom!
One of these days, Gong, we're going to get you all mic'd up, and then you can blow out every listener's ears.
Throw some bass on it.
I was going to say, everyone that's falling asleep to this just woke up. Welcome back. Okay, who do we have next?
All right.
There he is.
So here is Eric with a K.
Eric with
Eric
a K.
writes, "Hi, my name is Eric. I'm 27. I've
Hi,
been
Eric.
growing my beard for 4 months.
Good
I
for
guess
you.
my goal is to have just a nice, full, medium-length beard, sort of like Ricky Hall's and Chris Millington.
Okay.
Any tips on direction? I'm heading with this beard."
Interesting. Okay. So is this the picture of his current style?
This one is his current style.
Okay.
Yes.
Can we go ahead and see? We have two pictures of our guy, Eric. Can we see that second picture real quick? Now, this is what he used to look like, right?
Correct.
Which is
Okay.
pretty badass, actually.
I really like this second
photo.
picture. I was like, wow,
Good style.
Cool. Okay, so we'll go ahead and describe his personal style that he's got right now. So can we throw that first picture back up? The one that he has now. There we go.
This is his current view, right?
This is his current view. So
style
we'll go
here.
on. We'll work
Okay.
from this one, okay?
Cool.
Because we're not going to be like, hey, go back in time and do this.
Yeah.
Okay, so Eric is a 27-year-old guy. Wait, did you already read what his story was?
I did.
Okay, cool. I zoned out for a second. I was like, wait, did we talk about him? Okay, yeah. So Eric's 27. He's been growing for 4 months, and his goal was a full medium-length beard, okay? Kind of like something out of Chris Millington or Ricky Hall.
Yeah.
So if you really want a good example of what this guy looks like, for you audio listeners out there, look up a picture of Chris Millington, because he's actually pretty much a dead ringer for probably what Chris Millington looked like at the age of 27. Yeah, he's pretty much right on the ball for that. Good jaw structure, strong beard, gets a little bit thinner in the cheeks, barely noticeable. Pretty good mustache, not hanging over the lips completely, but nice full size. Looks like he's grown out from a fade, pretty thick and curly on top. Not super curly, a little bit kind of like my texture actually that I've got.
Yeah.
And he's wearing some, well, let's say like rectangular frames, kind of a ovalish rectangle frame.
Yep.
And
Very
wearing a
similar
white
to
t-shirt.
your glasses that you have too.
Yeah, actually pretty similar. I wish I had a beard like this. But yeah, man, let's get right into the style consultation.
What color is his hair, Jack?
Oh, it's brunette.
Brunette colored hair. Cool. Yeah. So what's up, Eric? Listen, man, you sent in some really good photos.
Yeah.
And That's probably how you look on Monday, so I can't wait to see what you look on a Friday.
Yeah.
Look like on a Friday, man. But seriously, dude, like you're killing it, man. The first photo, I really enjoyed looking at seeing the side part and the fade, the way that it was faded. And I don't know if you went to a different barber or if you go to the same barber, but in that second photo, you could tell how the fade was blended a little bit different to complement the length on the top of your hair. Or maybe that was the same haircut.
It might be.
And it's pretty interesting to see how, if that is the case, it's pretty cool to see how one cut can give you two completely different looks.
Yeah.
So I would say take care of your barber because he's taking
that's
really
a
good care of you, man.
in your pocket.
And then, I mean, dude, if your goal is to get a full medium length beard, I would say you're achieving that.
Yeah,
you are knocking
really
that out of the park. I think, and Eric would probably agree that the 6-month beard is probably the sweet spot for him.
Yeah, and he's approaching that pretty quickly.
And I think that your 4-month, maybe 5, maybe even 6-month beard is really going to give you. That's like the place where you want to maintain a medium length beard.
Yeah,
I would make sure to save these photos and maybe get a couple of photos. So my recommendation would be to snap a few photos of every angle of your beard on a day that you really are feeling confident with your beard style, with your hairstyle, but particularly your beard, so that when you go to that 6-month mark or 7-month mark or 8-month mark, and it's time to see the barber again to trim up the beard, you have a photo to reference and say, hey, this is where I want my beard to look like. And then he will do a good job of making sure that he trims it appropriately for that.
Absolutely.
To maintain that medium length style beard, if that makes sense.
Yeah, and the nice part is, I mean, it's going to be a picture of you. So
yeah.
It's not like you're walking in there with a picture of Sylvester Stallone going, give me this.
Right.
You know? And
I don't know, Eric, if you're using any of our Beardbrand products, but dude, man, you got to get yourself some sea salt spray.
Everybody. Just right away, just give this guy a sea salt spray. You get a sea salt spray.
It looks like you might be using some sea salt
does.
spray in your actual hair, in this photo particularly. And if it's me, I think this is your best hairstyle. I think this is a really cool hairstyle, especially throughout the summer. This is going to be a really, really cool.
It's a nice casual one.
It's going to be a nice, relaxed. But then when you want to, if you got to go to a wedding or if you're going to a ceremony or you're going, if you're
somewhere where you got to dress up.
Yeah, if you're going to go somewhere where you got to put on a shirt and tie, then you can use a blow dryer and maybe some styling balm to get that side part and some of that pompadour style, refined style, if you will. But I think the first photo, man, I really think you're knocking it out of the park. The frames look good for you.
They do.
The iframes look great on you based on the photo that we're looking at. We didn't get a front photo of Eric, but based on this photo, I think those glasses and those frames really, really complement your overall appearance. And then the shirt, man, I don't know what shirt that is, but I'm always a big fan of just basic solid t-shirts. So
yeah, it looks like it's quality too.
Yeah, it looks like a good quality shirt. So
yeah, that'll
show off those tats. I see that arm tat.
I see a little bit of an arm tattoo poking out. It's nice.
Yeah.
But man, I've got 2 suggestions for buddy Eric, and I think we are gonna split hairs in this one, right? So that original picture with Eric, can we see that one more time? There we go. I actually kind of like this side part pompadour a little bit more.
Really?
And I like it when he's not wearing the frames. Okay.
Nice.
I really like this look because he's got this structure to his face that looks really good, and the frames kind of hide that a little bit. Now they look good, right? Don't get me wrong. The nice part about that is he's got 2 looks that really work.
Yeah.
And whatever he's feeling like that day, like maybe he's not wearing contacts, he can work with this or work with the picture with the frames.
Yeah.
So in this one, I really like how I love a good carved in line like he's got right here. And my suggestion, if he was going to go with this, with the more barbershop style cheek line, is that he gets this beard and he continues to get it like he's got here faded. Get the beard faded, and that's going to draw attention to the strongest part of your beard, which is going to be that bottom part.
Yeah.
We can see in that the current photo that his cheek is a little bit slower growing than the rest of the beard, and by incorporating a fade into there, he's going to basically mask that and make it look like it's all intentional.
Yeah. Do we got a photo of Chris Millington?
We do. Can we
for those who are not familiar with Chris? This is Chris.
This would be if he goes all in with the natural. So this is Chris Millington completely rocking the natural look.
Yeah.
But the reason I think it works so well, I mean, he's got the scraggly mustache. He's got the full grown-up kind of Jack Milocco cheek lines up there going into his eyeballs. But You look at the hair upstairs, man, and that stuff is immaculate, right? All of it is right where he wants it to be. There's nothing natural about that. That's a full-on styled hairstyle, right?
Yeah, and Chris, actually, his mustache, he doesn't trim the tips right here. In this photo, he doesn't.
Yeah, not at all.
Nowadays, he's rocking more of what we call the scruffy goat.
Mm-hmm.
But in this particular photo, he didn't trim the mustache. So I would also maybe take a cue from Chris in this photo, where you don't trim the tips of the mustache. You kind of let that blend right into your beard.
Yeah.
If you're able to. Now, if you're not genetically, it's not possible.
Right.
You've got to work with what you've got.
Right.
But that is going to add to give some dimension to the actual beard.
Right.
And kind of draw attention towards the center of your face, if you will.
Right. Can we see the other picture of Chris Millington real quick?
Oh, we got another one?
Here's the other one. So
there we go.
This is more what I'm picturing for our guy Eric here. See how, he had this kind of situation going on. Eric, if you continue to grow out your beard like you are, and you can still, look, Chris Millington has the long mustache in this picture, and I think Eric has this too. He can continue to grow it out. And I think if he continues to do that, he's going to get something like that. Now, keep in mind, Chris Millington's beard is fuller in the cheeks than Eric's is, but Chris Millington's also older.
Yeah.
And he's got more of the barbershop style. So if you want to kind of meet a nice medium between what you had in that original picture and what Chris Millington has in this one, I think that's really going to set you up right, okay?
Yeah, man. It's good reference to follow Chris. He's got
He's
great
a good
style.
guy to base your style off of. They don't pay him to take pictures for nothing. Right?
Yeah.
He's a handsome guy.
Handsome guy.
Anyway.
Both Eric and Chris, man. Thanks.
Yeah, both of them.
Should we gong him?
I want to gong him.
All
All
right.
right, let's go. Woo! Resonate. All right, who be this?
Alrighty, so if you've been watching the streams for a while, you may have seen this guy before.
I know this face.
This is an update.
What's up, Sonny?
This
Hey,
is
Sonny.
Sonny.
Hello,
Sonny
hello.
writes, "Hello there, my name is Sonny and I'm 22 years old. I've been
Sonny.
growing my beard for a month and I've been growing my hair for 3 months.
Okay.
My goal is to grow a big beard, and as for my hair, I want to grow it out with my current haircut, a classic scissor cut, keeping it very gentleman-like.
Okay.
I used to have shoulder-length hair with an undercut and only a stash, as I'm sure Jack has seen in an older stream.
I have.
Thank you."
Okay. Sylvester.
Cool.
Would you like to describe Mr. Sonny?
So Sonny is a 22-year-old young guy.
Yes.
And which photo are we describing, Sonny?
Let's describe his current one, which is the one with the longer hair.
With the
near me.
long hair. Okay. So Sonny has got some really, really gnarly, cool long hair. I would imagine, based on this photo, it goes down to at least his shoulders.
Yeah, it's definitely touching the shoulders.
And it's kind of weighed down quite a bit.
Yeah.
So I don't know if this is maybe just Sonny getting out of the shower, or
Could
maybe he threw a little bit of gel on. He definitely
does
put
have a wet look.
It's got a really wet and weighed down look, and we'll give you some style tips here in a bit, Sonny, for that.
Yep.
But Sonny has man, it's hard to tell based on the photos here, but I would say Sonny's probably got like a square shaped face,
More or less. Yeah, a little square, a little bit of an oval.
and he's got
It gets round near the jaw.
almond shaped eyes. I think is
Almond-shaped eyes?
like
Is that the
I like
the
to
term?
eat almonds in my salad, so like
Oh, okay. You look at it and you're like, oh,
they're
that looks like an eyeball.
just put 2 like almonds on your eyes,
Yeah.
man. You got really cool looking, a real cool look to you, man. And
Those
Sonny's also
eyebrows.
got a mustache, and it looks like it's a little dense. It doesn't grow in quite as thick or full, but it is certainly manicured well. It's like lined up,
Yep.
so it doesn't go over his lip or anything. It's lined perfectly, like you would imagine a nice sharp mustache to look.
Right.
And then he doesn't have any. From what I'm looking at in the photo where he's got long hair, he doesn't have a beard at all.
No.
It looks like he either A, shaves, or B, it's just not in the genetics yet.
Okay.
So his current growth is actually on the left.
Okay.
Because he is growing out his beard
Got it.
currently. So
Oh,
his old look was long hair. Now he's wanting to grow it back out, but with the beard.
Okay, got
see,
it.
there's
That
where
makes
we get-
sense.
that's
All
where
right.
we get confused.
So that's what Sonny looked like.
Yeah, see, we're
And-
referencing 2 pictures right back
we're
to back to
referencing
each
2
other.
photos back to back. But the one that Sonny sent in, that's his most current look. So he's actually got a
This
haircut.
is the current one over here that has the shorter hair.
Yeah,
Okay, cool. And then this is what it used to look like.
that one. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so Sonny's got in the newer updated photo, Sonny's got really not short hair, but Kind of like Jack's hair right
Yeah,
now.
kinda.
It's like finger length cut on the sides, and then nice, a little longer on the top and combed over.
Really dense
But dude,
looking.
man, Sonny's got some great hairline.
I was gonna say he's got a thick head of hair, man.
He's got really good genetics. He's somebody referenced something earlier in the alliance as a genetic machine or follicle machine. And
follicle machine.
He's got really good hair follicles.
Yeah.
So for Sonny, like he's rocking a chin strap in that photo. Is that a chin strap? Like the sideburns go down underneath the.
I wouldn't quite call that a chin strap.
No,
I'd
not
call
quite.
that grown down sideburns, like full on sideburns that go all the way down to his jaw, right to the heel.
To the heel.
And then there's nothing, right?
It looks
and then
like
we
it-
got a mustache.
I
I
don't
don't
know,
think
man.
it's going. Is it going? It kind
Looks
of goes
connects
underneath.
to his Adam's apple.
When you classify the chin strap though, usually it's got to come up on the chin more.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. I got you.
Yeah.
So, that's Sonny in a nutshell. I would say that his mustache does appear to be a little bit fuller.
In this newer
Again, but
picture.
still manicured really nicely,
Yep.
cleaned up really well, which I like personally. So,
Yeah.
that's Sonny.
Sweet. So, all right, Sonny. Real talk. Okay. 22 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Growing for 3 months, huh? All right. Here's the deal. At what I'm seeing right now with the big beard, I don't know if that's necessarily in the cards right now. Okay? That doesn't necessarily mean it's not in the cards eventually. But for right now, what I want you to focus on, man, because I can see that you can already do it, is that head hair. Because you've got a nice head of hair, man, and I like it when it's long, right? The picture that you sent originally with the really long hair, I think this is something that you should work towards, okay? Now, we got a picture of a guy that we think that you should be using as a reference.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Do we have this picture of our guy Denny Balmacetta?
Yeah.
That's the name, right? Now, this is the type of dude that I think you should be kind of modeling yourself. Now, you don't need to go gung-ho. You don't need to necessarily do the bottom stuff that he's doing with the hair dye or whatever. But I like the length because, Sonny, I can see from the texture that you've got, you can get something pretty similar to Denny. Now, Denny rocks this really cool kind of rock star look, right? This is kind of something straight out of like hair metal. And I really like this, and I think this is something that our guy Sonny can do, right?
I think so.
And, I mean, Sonny, your hair was a little bit kind of wet looking in that original picture, so I don't necessarily know if you naturally have a wave like Denny has in this picture, but you can introduce that with something like sea salt spray.
Yeah.
But no, you don't need to.
Y'all caught me off guard.
All right. Sweet.
There it is.
You can achieve that with something like sea salt spray, or even if you're not doing that, just kind of making sure that you're brushing your hair in the right way. You can introduce some waves, okay? But I think that this is the type of thing that you should be focusing on. I don't necessarily think the gigantic beard, is something that you should be focusing on right now, because with the growth pattern that I'm seeing right now, it just doesn't seem like it's going to fill in like you're anticipating. And I know we've talked outside of the Alliance show. So I think what you should be focusing on is the growth pattern that you do have, namely in the sideburns. Don't let them grow all the way down to the jaw. I'd say maybe down to where the ear is, kind of get like a 70s vibe going on, and focus on that mustache like Denny has in this picture. Now, he keeps it manicured like you do, and I think that works really well for him, okay? What do you think, Sylvester? I'm barfing a lot of knowledge.
No,
right
it's
now.
good. It's all good. And actually, this is you and I would agree on this one because, like Sonny, just to be straight up with you, man, like I've got a patchy beard, and I would classify you probably at this point at 22 as a patchy beard. And so when you've got a patchy beard or it doesn't quite grow fully in because of your age or whatever, you gotta work with what you can,
Absolutely.
with what you have, and you've also got to highlight the areas that do grow in really well for you.
Absolutely.
Again, not only is it your hair, but it's your mustache.
It is.
That mustache looks really sick, man, and I think it looks cool. I do agree with Jack that you should take the sideburns probably up to where the middle, right where the what's this part called, Randa, in your ear? This little thing.
The little thing that hangs out in the ear.
That's not the conch? I don't know,
man.
That little thing,
I'm
that
not
little
brushed up
dangler
on like
thing.
ear anatomy.
Right there. That's
Randa.
where I would cut the sideburn.
Shut up, Dexter.
I would. That's where I would trim it. But for the head hair, I really like Denny, man, because one thing that you're gonna really find beneficial is grabbing some Beardbrand shampoo and conditioner.
Yeah, absolutely.
Especially
for how long he's trying to get it.
Yeah, and it's not just for long hair; it's for guys who are rocking head hair completely. Any guy should be using the shampoo and conditioner that we have to offer. But especially for you, Sonny, like that's going to go a long way in your routine. It's going to, if you look at Denny's hair in that photo that we showed, there's no doubt in my mind that the shampoo and conditioner can deliver the same results.
Absolutely, especially with the thick hair like that.
Yeah, and then on certain days when you want a little bit more volume or to get a little bit more curl or a little bit more like texture from it, drop that sea salt spray in there right after the shower, and it's going to go a long way for you. So,
you guys.
What's that? Yeah. Just dropping sea salt spray left and right.
Yeah, man. But yeah, that's what I would recommend from Sonny. Instead of drawing the attention to your beard, draw the attention to your hair.
Yeah, because that really is like the biggest strength right now.
Yeah,
and it's a hell of a strength, man.
It's a really good strength.
I wish I could grow hair like that. Both of us. I want Sonny's hair. Let's both get
I want Sonny's hair too.
I want Denny's hair too. I like the Denny haircut.
Yeah, and if you could go back to look at Denny's photo, one last comment I'll say is like Denny's got a very similar growth pattern in his facial hair, but he rocks what he's got, where he kind of highlights or accentuates the areas where his facial hair comes in the most, and that's right in the center of the face. So. I wouldn't be afraid to introduce maybe a little goatee at the bottom if it grows in. If it doesn't, no worries.
Yeah, make sure that you keep the mustache.
Got that mustache rocking, man. So
all right, shall we gong him?
Anything else?
I don't think so. I think
that's all
that we need to say.
Yeah, cool.
Absolutely. All right, let's gong him. Sweet. Boom. With that being said, Sylvester, take me on a journey, because you've been a little secretive over there, man. You weren't really telling me what we're talking about today. Now, I've sort of got a basic outline, but you're like, oh, you'll find out. You'll find out.
Oh, yeah.
So paint me a picture.
Hey, listen, look, we want to talk about we want to introduce a little bit of a topic on style.
Yeah.
But, so often when you think of style, you think of like attire style.
Yeah.
But let's start with a couple of other thoughts.
Okay.
First of all, I want to lay a foundation for you, and this episode will kind of be used as a foundation for future episodes to come. So, like, if you hear somebody talking about like what jeans to buy or what shirts to buy, I mean, all of those have valuable. It's all valuable.
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
Finding the right pants for you, finding the right shirts that fit you well, maybe reaching for a really good pair of boots or a pair of shoes. That is all valuable. We'll cover some of that at some point. But I would encourage you to use this show probably as a reference to come back to, because as they say, there's a saying that's like a house. No, every house is built on a foundation. Right?
Oh yeah.
So if it's not built on a foundation, that house is going to fall.
Yeah, it's going to crumble.
It doesn't matter if you've got incredible style, if you've got no foundation for your style.
Yeah.
Then it's going to fall apart. And
Definitely.
So I would encourage you to use this information maybe as a foundational place, and then build from there. So let's talk about style.
I was going to say, let's talk about this foundation.
Yeah. So now that we've got that out of the way, like there's style, and it's not just style like attire style, but you've got grooming style.
Yep.
You've got hairstyle.
We sure do.
And we are very passionate about hairstyle. We are very passionate about beards.
We are.
And formulating quality products that work in harmony with your body's chemistry. And so I would imagine a lot of you guys tuning in to a beard channel are here to find out information about your beard.
I'd take a guess.
And I'm pretty sure you're going to find some information about your beard. But we also have information about your head hair.
We do.
And finding a style that works for you, for your face shape, for how you present yourself to the world from a hair standpoint.
Yep.
But also, I guess my point is that you should also put the same value, the amount of value, into what you put onto your body. So what I'm trying to say is like, it's good to be passionate about your grooming routine. It's good to be passionate about your beard. It's good to be passionate about your hair, but you should also put the same amount of value over how you present yourself to the world. Because again, how you display yourself with your hair, with your beard, that's only one element of how you present yourself to the world. And, our friend Travis talks a lot about your outward appearance is your calling card.
That's Travis White.
Travis White.
Right.
He talks a little bit about how, like, if you imagine a business card, your business card, the way it's designed, the font that you use, the information you put on it is going to allow that person to get in touch with you.
Right.
How you present yourself externally is also going to make that impression upon them, and not only your business card will help you do that, but how you show yourself in the selection of clothes that you wear.
It's like a different version of the business card.
Again, in the way you groom your beard or your mustache or your hair, or like your underarms. Like if you don't put underarm deodorant on, whether it's natural or antiperspirant,
right?
People are going to remember.
Oh,
hey,
yeah, they're definitely
going to
know.
Didn't smell great. But my point is it's important to equally invest into your attire style.
Okay.
Just as much as it is important to invest in your beard and in your head hair. We have a saying here at Beardbrand: keep on growing.
Absolutely.
Grow your hair, grow your beard, grow to be the best version of yourself. And that includes how you, again, I'll say it again, how you present yourself to the world. You should have some level of value over that.
Yeah.
Whether it's a crazy hat, or if it's a real simple style with just like a t-shirt and jeans. Like, you should be just as intentional with your grooming routine,
right,
as well as being intentional with your attire and how you present yourself to the world. So you want to talk about how you go from dopey to dope?
I was going to say, I'm curious because, we got the dopey on this side of the table and we got the dope on that side of the table. So for a guy like me who does do that investment with my beard and does do the investment with my hair, but doesn't really have that same value when it comes to my wardrobe or comes to the way I dress, right?
Yeah.
I'm dressing to keep myself cool, right? How would you suggest someone like me begins that investment?
Well, so I think, there's a couple of thoughts there, Jack.
Right.
One is realizing it or accepting or acknowledging that it's equally as important to invest in your attire,
right,
as it is to invest in your grooming routine.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's the first step. The second step is not to compare yourself to anyone else.
Okay,
that in my mind is really critical.
Yeah.
The goal isn't to look like me. The goal isn't to look like Carlos or Greg or Eric. The goal, as it is with like your beard, your beard is your beard. Your hair is your hair. And you should find a style that works, that you feel represents you the best. So same with your attire. You should find a style that represents you the way you want to be represented to the world.
Makes sense.
Right? So if you've got this, for example, if you've got a beard that is just untamed and it's wild and crazy, I'm pretty sure that's not the way you want to always, at least, present yourself to the world, right? So I'm not saying that it's wrong to wear shorts, or it's wrong to not care about what you wear, but you should have an element at some point where you do take the investment to invest in yourself, not only in your grooming but also in your attire.
Okay.
Yeah, they go hand in hand. It's it's like the left hand and the right hand, like they work together.
Absolutely.
Grooming, attire style.
So if I'm getting this foundation idea through my brain, through my thick skull, right? And I'm pretty slow when it comes to these things, but if I'm reading you correctly, the foundation is picking something that resonates with you, right? Don't compare yourself to others,
right?
And finding something that makes you feel as good about yourself, wardrobe-wise, with your style, as it does with your beard and your hair, mayy anything else in your life.
Nailed it.
Okay, cool.
We can end the show now.
I was going to say, pack it up. We have nothing else to talk about. We have it set up, but you kind of had reference photos for the guys here.
I do,
do you want to talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, I'll share some of those. But before we share those,
sure.
I want to be sure that we talk about something that two things, Jack.
Sure.
One is finding things now that you understand, like, number one, don't compare yourself to others.
Right.
And number two, put as much value into how you present yourself to the world from your beard, from your hair, but also from your attire style, right? Now that we've got that out of the way, there's that understanding. The next level or the next piece of information that I want to introduce you to is the idea of something that I personally like to call a utilitarian style.
Utilitarian.
Yeah,
well,
it's something that we talked about here at Alliance Con. So if you got to sit in this room with myself, with Otto, before you moved into your actual haircut and beard trim, we talked a little bit about placing the equal amount of value as you do in your grooming routine, but also applying it into your wardrobe. So I know there was a point in time for myself where I had like 30 pairs of jeans.
Yeah.
I had 50 pairs of shoes. I had, 100 shirts. I had like 10 suits. I had a bazillion ties.
Oh yeah.
And
exploding.
Yeah, you know, just I had a big, massive wardrobe, and I was probably in my early 20s when I had that. But over time, and this will be the last point, I guess. We'll talk about in a minute before we get into those photos.
Sure.
Is what I have done over the last several years, over the last maybe 2 to 3 years, is really kind of put some focus on my attire style. So instead of having 30 pairs of jeans and 5 to 6 different colors of washes, is really kind of narrowing down to the 5 best pair of jeans that I've got, you know, that fit me really well, that I feel confident in, that I feel comfortable wearing, and build, you know, and then taking that approach into everything else, every other piece of wardrobe, every other piece of clothing or attire that, or how do I want to say it? Every other piece of clothing that I've got in my attire. So I've got, instead of having 30 shirts that all have, you know, maybe a print on the front, you know, like a graphic t-shirt, you know, I've got maybe 2 handfuls, and I'm still getting good at, still refining this process, if you will. But instead of having 30 of those shirts, you've got like 10 of them. And then as far as like jackets, well, you know, I used to live in a place where it got cold all the time. Yeah. Which is probably why I'm like, Jack, it's freezing in here.
Yeah, and I'm like, it's always hot.
And you're like, no, it's always hot. Is literally like, instead of having 25 jackets, narrowing them down to the top 5 jackets, but maybe having every jacket is a different style that I enjoy having. Yeah. That I feel good and confident in. So that's the second point. Okay. Now, the third and final point. All right. With this utilitarian approach is, again, having this approach where you put equal value on everything. That's what we mean by a utilitarian approach, and maybe that's a different show for a different day. But you gotta if you know anything about utilitarianism, it's literally the fact that no element is less important than the other.
Everything is the same.
Everything gets placed at the equal value. So when you look at your attire, let's put it this way: when you look at your grooming routine, it's like, well, I can invest in my beard, but I won't invest in my head hair.
Yeah, like I'll buy some cheap shampoo.
I'll have a cheaper shampoo, but I really want to have old money.
Yeah, I'm only gonna have the finest Beardbrand products.
The finest beard products around, right? But you should also realize that we do produce quality products for your hair as well. So you should invest in your hair equally as much as you invest in your beard. Yeah. Just like you should invest in your clothes and how you present yourself to the world. Those two things should be on the same playing field. One is not more important than the other. That's what we mean, or that's what I mean utilitarian. By utilitarian approach. Okay. So the final thing. Yeah. Let's look at some photos.
Point number 3.
I wanted to bring up some guys that you know, that here at Beardbrand that actually do a really good job
of these different styles
of presenting themselves to the world, not only from their grooming routine, but also in how they present themselves to the world from an entire perspective. Okay. I think we've got our very first person. Who is it, Randa?
Let's see. Yeah.
No.
I was gonna say, like, what the hell was that?
No. Throw that photo back up. We can share that photo.
What was that? Oh, it's you.
It's Baby Sly.
That's Baby Sly.
I saw that for a second. I'm like, what the hell was that?
So if you know me, or if you've known me, or if you haven't heard us talk about this before, I've literally been wearing hats since I was a kid.
I was gonna say that looks like a little miniature version of you.
Actually, it's so funny. This is exactly the same outfit I have on today. It's like,
I was gonna say, it literally looks like what you're wearing today, which is hysterical. Don't break our table.
Look at this.
There he is. Oh, this thing's buckling. That is pretty much dead on. You got the sneakers, you got the jeans. Now, I'll tell you this, though. I think your jeans nowadays fit a little bit better than they did in that picture. You got a little bit of that baggage going on down there at the bottom. But
well, so, you know, we'll circle back to something I want to share with you in a minute. But who's the second guest that we've got?
Yeah, let's see who else we have.
Look at that guy.
Man, that's a good picture.
That's a good photo. That's a guy Greg Brzezinski is a guy who invests in his beard, in his hair, but also invests in his appearance and how he chooses to present himself to the world. Greg is a professional.
Absolutely.
Living
White
out,
collar.
Yep, living out in Philadelphia, and so he's constantly working with business folks, and so he, for the most part, he isn't always in a suit and tie, but he feels confident in that.
He does.
He feels good about that, and so
even outside of like these pictures, this is pretty much kind of what he wears.
Yeah. So investing in your beard, investing in your hair, investing in your attire. Who's the next guy we've got?
Let's see who else we have. Boom, Mr. Carlos Costa.
Mr. Carlos Costa.
He's actually in America right now.
He's in New York.
Yeah, he's up in New York City.
He's hanging out. He took a random trip to New York.
Oh, no, he's in Philadelphia, actually.
Oh, is he?
He's with
that's
Jake
right.
the
He's
Barber.
with Jake the Barber
he's with
today.
Jake the Barber today.
But look, Carlos does a really great job of also investing in his attire, investing in his beard and his hair grooming routine. And I've actually hung out with Carlos in person. Yeah. I know the guy cares about using quality ingredients in his hair.
Oh, yeah.
He uses quality ingredients in his beard and right now his mustache.
Yeah.
But he also invests in his attire style.
Oh.
And again, you got to keep in mind, like, the goal isn't to be exactly like Greg. The goal isn't to be like, I'm not telling you go out and buy some snake skin boots, Jack. Like, if you show up in snake skin boots tomorrow, I'm gonna laugh at you.
I don't think I could wear them. It'd be too hot.
But so the goal isn't to necessarily look exactly like these guys, but these are examples of guys who are investing in their hair, investing in their beards, but also investing in their attire style and how they choose to present themselves to the world. Let's look at our third and final guy.
Yeah, let's see the last one.
Oh, look at that
Kermit
one.
the Beard. Oh, I forgot he has that shirt.
Listen, I had to dig into the archives for this one.
That's a great photo.
And I'm bringing up this photo because, again, like, the goal isn't to look like Eric. The goal isn't to look like Greg and look like Carlos, look like myself. The goal is to constantly challenge yourself and continue to grow. Right. And the reason why I bring this photo up is because I have firsthand seen Eric elevate his style over the last couple of years. I didn't get to meet Kermit the Beard.
I was going to say, this is like prime 2015 Eric Bandholtz.
But if we can look at a photo of Eric today, I took a photo of Eric. Now look at this. Like, this is
simplified.
This is an elevation, or this is Eric taking his style to the next level.
It's him owning his
and
style,
I think that there's something very valuable in watching somebody like Eric. Yeah. And I've been there. Carlos has been there. Greg has been there. We're constantly growing and evolving in the way we style our hair. For me, it's the way I shape my mustache or change my mustache styles, or also like just the way I evolve in how I present myself attire style wise to the world. You know, Eric has taken a pretty drastic approach, if I could say, in like getting rid of like all his jeans, getting rid of a lot of his clothes.
Yeah, he is pretty much the prime example of utilitarian.
Yeah, he is like the epitome of somebody who is very, very intentional and doesn't want to really make things too complicated for himself.
No. This is almost like the uniform.
It's a little bit of minimalism meets like simplicity.
Yeah.
And so instead of now these jeans that Eric has on, these are not just simple black jeans. These are nudie jeans. Yeah, nudie jeans are really good quality jeans. And then those Nikes, those Air Forces are really, really, really good quality. I mean, Nike makes a good quality product, but these I think these are
custom. I think
these are the custom ones.
Yeah.
And then the shirts, Eric sponsored with, he's got a little bit of a challenge because he's a pretty tall guy.
He is a very tall guy.
So he works really closely with, not really closely, but he is, I think it's small. No.
Tall Slim Tees.
Tall Slim Tees. Sounds like a band name.
Yeah, it does.
But
like plain white tees, Tall Slim Tees.
The whole point is that I don't think Eric has like more than 4 of these colored shirts that I've seen.
He might have a whole closet full of them, but you don't really, there's like a trend with them. They're not like yelling for attention. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And so my point in bringing all of this up to kind of bring it home is simply that it's not about quality or quantity.
Right.
It's about quality.
Right.
And how you choose to present yourself to the world can make a big impact on how people think of you, how they perceive you. And you shouldn't necessarily care about how people look at you or like, it's not like, I don't give two rats
people aren't going to judge you because you're wearing a graphic t-shirt every day.
But what I'm trying to say is like the emphasis should it. Hey, look at him.
Speak of the devil, and he shall appear. We were just talking. Oh, you got the same shirt on. Oh,
No,
well,
different one. That's a different one.
That's a different one.
Look, the same jeans. They're just
The same jeans. Yeah, they look a little different in this one. Look at that. You're all lit up.
Yeah.
I forgot we had a light under the table. I was going to say, you got like the campfire scary story look going on.
Nice.
Someone just asked
Come
how
on
tall
in.
you are.
I'm only 5'8".
He's 5'8", but he's always standing on something.
Or 8'5".
Yeah, whichever way you want to look at it. There he is.
There he is.
But what were you saying there at the very end, man?
That the emphasis isn't to focus on quality, or quantity. It's to focus on quality. And you can look at Beardbrand and say, hey, I'm going to invest in some quality products for my hair, for my beard, but also investing in quality products in how you choose to present yourself to the world. Again, think of it as your external calling card.
Right.
It's your business card that you're handing to somebody, but it's an intangible one. So,
Makes sense. You have any thoughts on that, man? Do you want to take the mic for a second?
Nah, you guys
You're just hanging out? All right. Okay, you're just the arm right now.
But the reason why again, I don't know if we covered this or not, but it's important. I want to encourage everybody watching this to invest in yourself and don't be afraid to try new things and evolve your style.
Right.
Grow your style, because how I look today, even though that photo that I proudly displayed.
Can we get the picture again?
I don't know. That definitely wasn't a Stetson when I was 5 years old. I don't think so.
Yeah,
I know, right?
Bougie kid.
Yeah. And like now, all I wear is Stetson because I found that they fit me well. They're quality hats, and they've just been a part of my style since I was a kid. But identifying with certain elements.
Right.
For me, it's hats. Jack, for you, it might be, I don't know, bow ties.
My beard.
My beard.
My eyebrows.
But, finding things that kind of give you inspiration. I know Carlos is kind of aligns with this mindset of like how I dress is a form of creativity and expression. Right. And I might change my style pretty constantly. Like today I'm wearing a pretty casual, relaxed outfit.
Right.
But tomorrow I might show up in a pair of loafers and a nice pair of pants.
Pretty quickly.
So whatever you feel connected to and inspired by at that moment, I think is a way to also approach your style. And that can also come from investing in your beard or changing up your beard style. Like Eric changes his beard style every now and then, changes his hairstyle in particularly. And that's all a part of the process. It's all a part of the foundational piece is
Definitely.
having this foundation, and then how do you build from there?
Right.
And how do you grow from there?
All right, man. I'm feeling pretty confident about my my foundation now. Now, I'm not saying I'm going to show up next week in a suit, probably sweat to death, but I'm feeling a little bit better. And I like this idea of we build this foundation of style.
Yeah, man.
It's good. Sweet. Hey. What's up? Oh,
Sylvester, should we have a rule that Jack shouldn't wear shorts, especially when it's live stream day?
Well, here's the deal. We put a table over my legs.
Yeah, but you can still see like the little bit of the. Come on,
just
man.
a little bit of leg.
Like Pants Tuesday.
Maybe. We got to get this room better air conditioned.
No pants Tuesday.
No pants. I'll just sit on this end, and you don't have to see anything.
Hey, would you guys be interested in maybe me taking Jack on a journey to
through style?
A journey through style, and maybe kind of help Jack evolve his style?
Yeah,
let us know in the comments.
Yeah, let us know about that, man. We'll see. But anyway, I think it's time we call out some winners. What do you think about that?
I think that's a great idea.
All right, Randa, lay it on us. Who won this week?
Congratulations, our boy Michael Chavez,
hey,
Steven Anderson, and Joey K.
Hey, I know all three of those guys.
Joey K.
I've personally met one of them.
While my mic is on, Sylvester, I have a question.
Oh, yeah.
How, because I am the person that buys a whole bunch of clothes and never wears them. How do you keep up with like current, I know you don't follow like strict trends, but how do you keep up with like a current style while not like overcrowding your closet?
Yeah, I mean, so there's the dad shoe that recently has been a big thing like over the last couple of summers, and it's like the big chunky shoe. And I've been tempted to grab myself a pair just because I kind of like them. Mm-hmm. But I know the core of my style. I know the foundation of my style is that's not really my style. Mm-hmm. And so just got to kind of know what gives you inspiration and gives you confidence, and then kind of once you know what gives you confidence, then invest in those things that you feel comfortable with. And then, hell, man, I probably am going to talk out of both sides of my mouth here, but you shouldn't be afraid also to kind of like.
So are you saying like don't chase trends?
Yeah, I don't think you should chase trends, but I think that if you feel confident with a certain style that's out there, give it a try.
Yeah, like if something like pops up, you're not going, I got to do that because everyone else is doing it.
Don't like evolve your whole closet to
don't evolve your whole closet to it.
Yeah.
For sure.
Cool.
And if something pops up, you might have a fetish.
Oh, man.
That's where it gets that's when you might need to see somewhere about
Or
that.
pops out.
All right.
And there it is.
And on that note.
Ladies and gentlemen, our boss.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, this was a good episode. I feel like we built a good foundation, as you say.
Yeah, man. Any other questions, Randa?
No. That just popped into my head because I'm one of those people that.
Oh, here's a good one, man.
I just overcrowd my closet.
This is one I actually would like to know.
All right.
Tips for dressing down and more casual in an office environment, but not looking like a slob. So basically, don't look like Jack Milocco.
Yeah. Hey, what's up? No BS beard reviews. That's a good question, man.
He dresses really nice.
He dresses great.
Yeah.
So let's see. Tips for dressing down. That's 1. And then 2, and more casual in the office environment, but not looking like a slob. So I think the rules for office environments, dress codes, if you will, have kind of evolved. They've kind of
they're a little bit more lenient.
They're a little bit more relaxed. The way I would choose to do that is with a button-up, kind of like a Hawaiian print style shirt.
Okay.
Which you quite see me wearing
You
quite
do wear
often
those pretty
around
often.
here.
Yeah, and actually, Carlos rocks some pretty interesting ones based on that.
In the photo that we showed, Carlos had one on.
Yeah.
And it could be I say Hawaiian, but it's really just a printed style shirt.
Yeah, it's like that
It doesn't have to
material.
be. It doesn't have to be as exotic as what Carlos has on, or sometimes what I'll choose to wear. Those are pretty bold.
Yeah.
But I think incorporating shirts like that into your wardrobe, into a professional environment is 100% acceptable. The key to dressing down is really making sure you find things that fit you properly.
Yeah.
So instead of having jeans that look really big and baggy for you, maybe opt for a jean that fits you really good throughout the hip and the waist, and then maybe have the legs tailored by a tailor to fit your particular body frame.
Okay.
Or even the same with the shirt, like. Nobody wants to see a guy who's got a shirt that's just a little too tight, where if you lift up your arms, you're like your belly's going to show, or your stomach's going to show, or nobody really wants to see a guy who's just got this overly like sloppy shirt.
Just swimming in his shirt.
It's
basically.
the key in my mind to dressing down for a more casual office environment is really all about fit.
Yeah. I got a couple things for that, actually, because I used to work in an office where we could dress sort of casual, but not super casual. I mean, I'd say go for something like an AG jean.
Okay.
There's a company called AG. They make jeans. I'd go for kind of not quite as tight as Eric does, because I think the really skinny look is a little bit too outside the office. You need to go, I like to hinge a little bit towards a more conservative look.
Yeah.
So I'd go for either black, or they even make jeans now that are tan. So that might be another option instead of chinos. So I'd go with that, or maybe bonobos. Chinos is another good one. See, I'm going straight up conservative like Nantucket, right? And then, dude, you can never go wrong. Oh, we got a visitor.
Hey.
You can never go wrong with polos. I would say polo more so than the button-up shirt.
Yeah, man. I won't throw out any brand names. I just think it's all about fit and making sure things fit you properly.
Yeah.
Is really the main focal point from my perspective. But yeah, I mean, there are tons of brands out there that make stuff. It's just about making sure that you find a good quality fabric, and then also making sure that fits properly for your body.
Definitely. All right, man. I think that'll put a cork in it now.
Is that it?
I think so.
Is that it?
I think we made it.
Hey, listen, guys. Next week we're going to be doing we're doing an AMA. So if you've if you haven't had a question answered from us or from Beardbrand, or if you've got a question you're thinking about, whether it's grooming, whether it's hair, whether it's attire style, whether it's the process to keep on growing and evolve as a man,
absolutely,
to be the best version of yourself for those around you. Shoot those questions over to style@beardbrand.com.
Yeah, let's get some questions
and
going,
throw some questions at us. If you're a member in the Alliance, hit up the AMA thread. We'd love to hear from you. And we've got some news coming to all of our followers and all of our subscribers and anybody who's interested in Beardbrand about the Alliance. Coming up soon.
Yeah, coming soon, man.
Listen, hey, if you have made 3 or more purchases from beardbrand.com, direct from beardbrand.com, you could be eligible for a free membership to the Alliance.
That's right,
If
guys.
that's the case, hit us up at support@beardbrand.com, and we'll let you know where you are, or we'll send you an invitation to join.
Sounds like a plan, man. We're about to see a lot more people in the Alliance.
Hey.
All right, guys. So get those questions ready. Remember, style@beardbrand.com, and next week we'll be only answering questions, right?
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
It's going to be fun.
Well, we're going to still
we'll still do style
We'll still give style consults.
Yeah,
for
don't worry
sure.
about that. We still got that, but that'll be our topic for next
All right,
week.
man.
All right, guys. See you next week.
Keep on growing.
Keep on growing. Gong 'em.
One more?
One more.
One more.